Do you know why most of Australia is empty, even though it's one of the biggest countries in the world? In this video, we will uncover the incredible story of a country that's extremely vast in terms of land yet extremely small in terms of population. To help put this into perspective, Australia has approximately the same landmass as the lower 48 states of America, which has a population greater than 300 million compared to Australia's population of just 26 million. In fact, both California and Texas on their own have more people than Australia, with 39 million and 28 million respectively. There are 5 main factors that cause this anomaly, which we will discuss in this video. Join us on Third Rock Matters as we explore the fascinating mystery behind Australia's vast and rugged landscape, causing most of the land to be uninhabited. Let's start with the most significant factor, which is the harsh environment with brutal weather and torturous terrain. Australia's outback is characterized by its harsh climate and rugged landscape, presenting formidable challenges to those who dare to venture into its depths. Imagine standing amidst the vast expanse of the outback, with the sun beating down relentlessly, casting shimmering heat waves across the horizon. The temperatures here can be extreme, with scorching days that push the mercury above 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and chilly nights where the mercury can plummet to near freezing. This stark contrast in temperature is not only uncomfortable but can also be dangerous for those unprepared for such conditions. The terrain of the outback is equally unforgiving, with towering sandstone cliffs that rise majestically from the desert floor, creating dramatic vistas that stretch as far as the eye can see. These cliffs are carved by ancient rivers that once flowed through the landscape, leaving behind intricate patterns etched into the rock. In addition to cliffs, the outback is also home to vast salt flats that shimmer like mirrors in the sun, reflecting the harsh light of the Australian outback. These salt flats are inhospitable to most forms of life, with only the hardiest of organisms able to survive in such extreme conditions. Moving away from the salt flats, the landscape transitions into rolling plains dotted with hardy scrub vegetation, such as spinifex grass and mulga trees. These plants have evolved to withstand the harsh conditions of the outback, with deep root systems that tap into underground water sources to survive. However, even they struggle to thrive in the arid environment, relying on sporadic rainfall to sustain them. Speaking of rainfall, precipitation in the outback is scarce and erratic, with some areas receiving less than 250 millimeters, 10 inches, of rain per year. This limited rainfall means that water sources are few and far between, often confined to intermittent rivers that only flow after heavy rain, billabongs, or temporary ponds, and natural springs. For those living in the outback, access to water is a constant concern, with many communities relying on rainwater tanks and boreholes to meet their needs. Next, we will reflect on the historical settlement patterns. In the late 18th century, when European explorers first set foot on Australian soil, they were attracted to the coastlines by the promise of fertile land and abundant resources. Establishing settlements along the coast was more practical due to the milder climate and access to waterways for transportation and trade. As a result, cities like Sydney and Melbourne grew rapidly, becoming centres of commerce and culture. Meanwhile, the vast interior of Australia remained largely unexplored and uninhabited. The harsh terrain and extreme weather conditions made it difficult for settlers to establish communities in these remote areas. While some adventurous individuals ventured into the outback in search of new opportunities, the majority of the population remained concentrated along the coastlines. Over time, the pattern of settlement became more entrenched, with infrastructure and resources focused on coastal regions. This trend continued into the 19th and 20th centuries as waves of immigrants arrived in Australia, seeking a better life. The coastal cities flourished, while the interior remained sparsely populated, its rugged landscapes preserved in their natural state. Today, the legacy of historical settlement patterns is still visible in Australia's population distribution. Coastal cities thrive, while the outback remains largely untouched by human development. As we explore Australia's past, we gain insight into the challenges and opportunities that have shaped this unique and diverse country. The lifeblood of any civilization is its resources. Limited resources in the interior regions are another huge reason why so much land is still unoccupied. Australia is often referred to as the lucky country due to its abundant natural resources, but not all regions share in this wealth equally. While the coastal areas boast fertile farmland, bustling cities, and thriving industries, the vast outback presents a different picture. Beneath its rugged surface lie valuable minerals and resources, including gold, iron ore, coal, and natural gas. However, accessing these resources is no easy task. The remote location of many mining sites, coupled with the harsh environmental conditions, presents significant challenges for extraction and transportation. Workers in the outback must contend with scorching temperatures, dust storms, and isolation, making resource extraction a costly and labor-intensive endeavor. Despite these challenges, mining plays a crucial role in Australia's economy, contributing billions of dollars to the GDP each year. The industry employs thousands of people and supports local communities in remote areas. However, it also raises questions about sustainability and environmental impact, as mining operations can have long-lasting effects on the land and ecosystems. As Australia grapples with the complexities of resource management, it must strike a balance between economic development and environmental conservation. By investing in renewable energy sources and sustainable practices, Australia can ensure that its resources are preserved for future generations while continuing to fuel economic growth. There are several infrastructure challenges that must be overcome. Until that time comes, much of the land will continue to go undeveloped. Imagine driving through the vast Australian outback, where the horizon stretches endlessly in every direction. In these remote regions, building and maintaining infrastructure is a monumental task. From roads and railways to power lines and telecommunications networks, the development of essential infrastructure faces numerous challenges. One of the primary obstacles is the sheer size and remoteness of the outback. With vast distances between towns and cities, connecting these isolated communities requires extensive planning and investment. Engineers must contend with rugged terrain, extreme weather conditions, and sparse population density, making construction projects both complex and costly. Another challenge is the harsh environmental conditions that infrastructure must withstand. From scorching heatwaves to torrential rainstorms, the outback experiences a range of extreme weather events that can damage roads, bridges, and buildings. Engineers must design infrastructure that can withstand these conditions while minimizing environmental impact. Despite these challenges, progress is being made. Australia's government and private sector are investing in innovative solutions to improve infrastructure in remote areas. From renewable energy projects to smart technologies, there are efforts underway to make infrastructure more resilient and sustainable. By addressing these infrastructure challenges, Australia can unlock the full potential of its vast interior and improve the quality of life for residents in remote communities. Through innovation and collaboration, the country can overcome the obstacles of distance and isolation, creating a more connected and resilient outback for future generations. Finally, let's explore some of the cultural and indigenous factors. Close your eyes and listen to the ancient song of the outback, a haunting melody that echoes through the red-earthed canyons and sacred sites of the Aboriginal people. For tens of thousands of years, Indigenous Australians have lived in harmony with the land, preserving its natural beauty and cultural heritage. Imagine walking in the footsteps of the Dreamtime ancestors, whose stories are etched into the rocks and rivers of the outback. These ancestral lands are more than just a place to live. They are a spiritual connection to the past, present, and future. Yet, despite their deep connection to the land, many Indigenous communities face significant challenges, including poverty, social inequality, and loss of cultural identity. By honoring and respecting Indigenous knowledge and traditions, we can work together to create a more inclusive and sustainable future for all Australians. As we conclude our exploration of Australia's fascinating history and landscape, we invite you to join us on future adventures here on Third Rock Matters. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our latest episodes, where we delve into the wonders of our planet and the mysteries of the cosmos. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications and never miss out on another captivating journey with us. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our extraordinary world.